Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. We had done a previous video on this Troy-Bilt TB200. I have the specs right here in front of me. They didn't go far. It's a 2016 model year. Those are the engine numbers and the model number of the Troy-Bilt. Nice guy came out. He ended up buying a Toro recycler from me. This thing had running issues. I thought it might have been bad fuel or valves out of adjustment. I told him I'd try to fix it. He said no. He just ended up buying what I had. I gave $30 trade value. I had listed the Toro for $150. Threw $120 cash at me, and then I got this piece of junk. I'll call it a piece of junk because initial video on this, we went through the carburetor. He had an Amazon carb on it. I thought maybe the carb was not jetted properly, and that was not the issue. I was looking for my micro bits. I must have put them inside. So I did take off the valve cover, but first I checked to make sure the keyway was not broken. So that was my first course of action after I left you, and the keyway was fine. Then I went to valves. Valves were a little off. I put everything back together. Still would hardly run. Poor compression. So what I did is decided to do a all or nothing head removal. I just removed everything as one unit. Exhaust came off, and I just removed this all at one time. So I thought maybe I'd have something over here with the valves, but the main issue with this is I'll turn the cylinder backwards. You can see all that scouring. It starts from about here and goes all the way down to there. So we're losing compression, and we're losing it right in this area. Notice when I had the valve cover off, it was kind of sludgy. Looked like the maintenance level was not up to snuff on this unit. I hope you can see that right there. I gotta get you in the sun. Maybe I'll try focusing in there. Now you can see it. That damage starts here and it works itself up to about here. So not quite half of the cylinder wall is scored. So unfortunately, I had paid $30 for this, and now I got a pile of parts. So I did throw another blade on it because he had the wrong style blade. So I'm going to have to check through my junk section from over the summer. I think I got some scrapper deals where the deck had rotted all the way through, I think, on a couple of these front wheel drive units. I don't know if they were Troy-Bilts, but I kind of remember one or two that I bought. The engine was kind of leaning forward. The whole deck was rotted through. So this is a solid deck. I'd grab one of those engines and throw it on here. It's got the long shaft adapter here for the front wheel drive. So I got to take a walk around, put all these parts back onto this thing for the time being. We've got a clean carburetor that I just cleaned to try to get this thing to go, but that's where we are. I threw the Chinese plug in it. So we got very little compression is what our deal is. So tell me what you guys think. Was this thing overheated or just poor maintenance, no oil changes? Really, really roughed up. So I'm not going to mess with changing the block out. I don't have time for that. My backyard mechanic style is try to do quick carb cleans, cables, stuff like that. I'm not going to mess with this thing. I'll pull parts off, save parts, and this is going to go to the scrapper when he shows up again as junk metal. I don't think it'd be worth the effort to try to hone this thing, or if it's even honeable. So I don't know, what do you guys do with your stuff that's this rough? Salvage what you can and get rid of the rest, I'm assuming. It's not like I only get 2 mowers a year and I gotta save everything I can. Probably get something tomorrow, who knows, with a rotted deck and a salvageable engine. I could just remove this hunk of junk and get rid of it, because everything else is fine. No rust on the cables. Both bars are in place here, so I think it's just a matter of changing out the engine with one that doesn't have that much cylinder wall damage. I hope you guys having a good day. Appreciate you coming out. Mr. Cluck and I are going to put this one to bed, so to speak. Throw everything on top of it and put a piece of plastic over it until I can come up with something else. In fact, I may do that right now. Take a quick walk around and look for those front wheel drive units. I don't know if I got a Troy-Bilt. I maybe a Murray, but it doesn't really matter. These decks are all pretty much the same. It's just what they imprint here and what they imprint here. That sticker there is removable depending on what they're making that day in the factory. The sticker goes on it and this front plastic piece goes on it. Okay, that's all. Now you know. You were probably wondering at the end of that other video what was wrong with this hunk of junk. Now you can sleep well tonight knowing it's got some damage. Oh, and missing one hubcap. When I was working on the grease in the wheels, noticed that hubcap's gone. Maybe that was the cause of our issue. 1 out of the 4 hubcaps was missing, imbalancing the whole apparatus, causing severe engine wear. What do you think? Likely scenario. Have a good day today. Tip the waitress. Bye.